Memory is one of the most powerful abilities of the human brain. It lets us hold on to our past, make decisions in the present, and plan for the future. But how does memory actually work? And why do we sometimes forget things we want to remember? Psychologists break memory down into three main stages: encoding, storage, and retrieval. Encoding is how information gets into your brain. It's like typing something into a computer. If you don't pay attention, nothing gets saved. Storage is how your brain holds onto that information over time, whether for a few seconds or a lifetime. Retrieval is pulling that memory out again when you need it, like remembering your password or a friend's name. One classic model of memory is the three-stage model, first proposed by Atkinson and Shiffrin in 1968. It says memory has three parts. Sensory memory holds information from the senses for just a second or two. For example, when someone flashes a picture quickly, your brain holds onto it briefly, even if you weren't focusing. Short-term memory holds about 7 items for around 20 to 30 seconds. This was shown by psychologist George Miller in the 1950s, who called it the magical number 7, plus or minus 2. Long-term memory is the more permanent storage. It can hold huge amounts of information for years, maybe even a lifetime. But long-term memory isn't just one thing, it has types. Explicit memory, also called declarative, is memory you can talk about, facts, events, things you consciously recall. Example: knowing that Paris is the capital of France. It includes episodic memory, personal experiences, and semantic memory, general knowledge. Implicit memory is unconscious. It influences behavior without you realizing it. Example: knowing how to ride a bike or type on a keyboard without thinking. But even though memory can be powerful, it's also far from perfect. One of the biggest discoveries in memory research is that memory is not like a video recording. It's more like a story we rebuild each time, and that story can be changed. In a famous 1974 study, psychologists Elizabeth Loftus and John Palmer showed people a video of a car crash and asked, how fast were the cars going when they smashed into each other? Other participants were asked the same question, but with the word hit instead. The people who heard smashed gave higher speed estimates, and were more likely to remember broken glass, even though there wasn't any. This is called the misinformation effect, when false or misleading information after an event changes your memory of it. That's why eyewitness testimony, for example, isn't always reliable, and why memory can be influenced by suggestion, emotion, and even the words people use. So why do we forget? There are a few common reasons. Encoding failure: we never really learned the information in the first place. Like forgetting someone's name right after meeting them, because you weren't really paying attention. Decay: memories fade over time if we don't use them. This especially happens in short-term memory. Interference: new information can get mixed up with old. Proactive interference is when old info blocks new. Retroactive interference is when new info overwrites old. Retrieval failure: the memory is there, but you can't access it in the moment. Like when a word is on the tip of your tongue, so how can we improve memory? Psychologists have studied this too, and here are a few evidence-based tips. Use elaborative rehearsal. Instead of just repeating something, connect it to what you already know. Break info into chunks, like turning a long number into smaller parts. Practice retrieval. Testing yourself works better than just rereading notes. Space out your study sessions. This is called the spacing effect, and it's backed by decades of research. Get enough sleep. Sleep helps the brain consolidate memories. Memory isn't perfect, but it's powerful. It's how we learn, how we grow, and how we stay connected to the past. In the next video, we'll dive into the brain itself, and explore how biology shapes everything from your thoughts to your habits. Because memory isn't just something we have, it's something we do.